Well, imagine that a local tomato patch was contaminated with harmful chemicals that could potentially threaten our food supply. And it was up to some young 4-H'ers to find out who did it. Our Paige Wallace shows us how these young people are finding the science in agriculture.
You see it? Yeah, we can see it.
What's on this leaf may not look like much, but for these young 4-H'ers, it's evidence, giving them hands-on experience at a mock crime scene and offering them the chance to take science out of the classroom and into the field.
I'd prefer doing this over like testing and actually getting to handle stuff instead of working out of a textbook and working with pages. It's like more, you learn more out of it.
Shady and Lily are investigating what could turn into a crime scene, a scenario where poisoned tomatoes could get into our food supply. Amateur sleuths taking on a serious subject.
Well, I wanted to learn about, basically, about the diseases of plants and how we can prevent poisoning of plants so that our food supply isn't poisoned, so we can have a better farming economy.
When you pick it up, you're probably going to want to look at it.
For USDA research plant pathologist Bill Schneider, this is not only an opportunity to teach students about science, but to also encourage them to learn logic at an early age.
I think it's more important for us to get across the principles of looking at and making decisions about situations based on evidence instead of just your first impression or your opinion of someone. Look at things from a scientific standpoint, make a logical decision. I think that's what we're getting across. And that helps in any field, whether they're scientists or not.
Jeff Salee is with the 4-H Youth Development Program and says the camp tries to open up the science in agriculture.
Through 4-H, we've tried to add a lot of science and technology to everything that we're doing because it's what we've always done. And a lot of times the students really just don't realize that. Even the teachers and the educators, they don't think of all the science that's just automatically in agriculture and all the career opportunities that they have. So the benefits of bringing students on here is we just expose them to the campus. We bring them in here where they get to see a lab and they get to see a whole other side of agriculture and see what other career opportunities there are besides just being a veterinarian or some of the more traditional.
Giving insight into new career fields while also just having some fun.
I think they enjoy the hands-on part of it. I think they can associate with the idea of getting into a crime scene, investigating. There's been a lot of television shows that have made this a pretty glamorous thing lately, and they like that idea. I think what interests me is that they learn as they do it. So they have a very, quick to judge approach when they first get here, and they meet the suspects, they quickly pick out who they think did it, and they do it based on opinion. By the time they're done, they're looking at facts, they're looking at evidence, they're treating it like a scientist would. So without even realizing it, having fun, being out there in the field, being a cop, being an investigator, they're learning how to be logical, be a scientist, build evidence, build cases.
And being able to learn how to do DNA profiling, Mandy Schroeder says, makes her feel like a real scientist.
Everyone's kind of a scientist in their own way because everybody uses science in anything they go into, and that's a big part of 4-H. You learn by doing and you get hands-on experience, and that's kind of using science every day.
Now, all the STEM programs we talked about today have one thing in common. They're all supplemental programs that are after school, which has Oklahoma's Secretary of Technology asking, why are we not concentrating more on STEM curriculum during the regular school day?
I don't think that in today's times of recession, we can simply look to state government and ask for a handout to fund these kinds of programs. But I think what we can do is look to the private sector for a partnership, a public-private partnership.
Now, if you'd like to see my entire interview with Dr. Stephen McKeever, just head to our Value Added section at okhorizon.com.
If you're interested in Oklahoma culture, you can keep up with us throughout the week on the Red Dirt Chronicles blog. Look for the On the Horizon postings on Tuesdays and Fridays and tell us what you think.
Next time on Oklahoma Horizon, We return to a country many fear could be the next Afghanistan. And we'll meet an Oklahoman working to save his homeland from radical extremism.
You can see this small girl. She doesn't know what is religion, but they try to cultivate in her this culture because she has no choice.
Bali, Africa, on Oklahoma's Show for the Heartland, Oklahoma Horizon. Well, that's going to wrap us up for today, but you can see more of any of our stories on our new and improved website at okhorizon.com. You can watch us on the go with our weekly podcasts on iTunes. Follow us throughout the week on Twitter at OKHorizonTV, or just become a Horizon fan on Facebook. I'm Rob McClendon. Thanks for watching. See you back here next time.
Horizon is made possible by the Oklahoma Department of Career and Technology Education and the Oklahoma Department of Agriculture, Food, and Forestry. Copies of today's show are available on our website, okhorizon.com. Thank you for watching Oklahoma Horizon.